I'm a fourth generation entrepreneur. My great grandfathers were farmers and scrap haulers. My dad owned a business. Me, I did everything except run one. I graduated at the bottom of my class, joined the military, volunteered for Iraq. And when I came home, I took a year to decompress. I toured the country with a band. I was essentially homeless, living in my Jeep, crashing on couches, sleeping in the van, figuring life out. Who am I? Finally, I settled down. Got a house, got a dog, a girlfriend, a job working for my father's company. And 2 days before Christmas in 2008, I got laid off. A few weeks later, I lost my relationship too. In January 2009, no degree, no plan, I started picking up appliances on the side of the road. A couple business cards, a few flyers later, that was it. A side hustle turned into something real. And after my second deployment, I decided I'm never gonna work for someone else ever again. I wrote a 60-page business plan, executed it, and made $380,000 in year one. That's when I knew I found it. And as the business grew, Jobber helped me run it like a real operation. Scheduling, invoicing, payments, all in one place. From homeless to building something bigger. Today, I'm giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what it really takes to build a multi-million-dollar junk removal business. I start my day off waking up next to my wife, sleeping in, having a cup of coffee by the kitchen table, knowing that everything in my business is running the way it's supposed to.
It's 7:30 a.m. and Andy's team is already on the go, taking care of operations so that he doesn't have to.
It's real easy to cut corners and put something where it doesn't go, but someone else, like Will said, someone else is gonna have to put it back in the right place, and someone who's probably already doing something else, that's not what's best for the crew. So that's why we're Camo Crew, and that's why we do what we do, because we're premium when it comes to junk removal.
The biggest thing Jobber gives me is freedom. Is it fear, suspicion, desire, or something like that? Have a good day. I'll see you when you come back, huh? Go get the kiddos. My morning is data-driven. I get to my computer around 9 a.m., check in with Jobber to make sure the plan from yesterday is being executed today. Using the dashboard every day allows me to scale to $1 million. Software is the key to managing a business remotely. I'm here in my chicken coop right in my backyard, and I can manage my entire business with one dashboard. I know where my revenue is at for the week. I know where it's at for the day. I know where my accounts receivables are. I know where my trucks are. What else is there to know? At that point, I know guys are getting to and wrapping up their first jobs, trucks on the road, things are happening, and I've barely finished my first cup of coffee. The reason Jobber works is because it's simple. New employees can use the mobile app within a week, so that means the data stays clean.
Hey, this is probably what I needed. So.
They go, do you think your dad would mind being on camera? I go, absolutely not, doesn't give a shit. My father here puts doors in for a living. This is how I grew up. So these are buckets of door hardware. So you pull the steel aside first, and then you just, and then steel goes. So yeah, this is how I grew up. Just like this, Saturday mornings, you get really good, it's all money. Growing up on my grandparents' farm and watching my father own a business really taught me the skills necessary to be an entrepreneur. So really it's about how you show up every single day. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your standard. So when your standard is to rise up, wake up, go through your processes that make you great, you'll have a successful day. By being consistent with my business practices, I've been able to consistently grow to over $1 million over the past 10 years. One of the challenges of running a junk removal company are the ups and downs. Oh, hold on, we got a little money on the side of the road. There's never neglect an opportunity for improvement, something I learned from my father. Hold on a second. All right, let's grab it before they see us. All right, that is gold on the side of the road. I grew up that way. You see a snowblower, wash machine, anything metal on the side of the road, you take the 50 cents we can get it. $1 million later, I'm still picking up stuff on the side of the road.
Efficiency is everything, and the Camo Crew team knows that well. They use Jobber's schedule, map, and integrations to keep everything on track.
My name is Mike McKenna. I'm our production manager here at Camo Crew, responsible removal. Throughout the day, we are constantly optimizing our efficiencies and our routes. If we take a look at today's schedule, you'll see that each box is a job, each color is a schedule, and we stay hyper-focused on ensuring that we are remaining as efficient as able throughout the day. On a daily basis, we are constantly cross-referencing Jobber with the map that they have implemented in-house in the software, not to mention the flawless integration with our Fleet Sharp software. So if we take a look at our map, we can see where each truck is, the jobs that they're on top of, and what their day looks like from there.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. Is that trailer full?
Yeah.
Loud and clear. You guys hurting pretty bad or not in immediate need?
Not immediate. Whenever you guys have time.
So we'll get this on Andrew's schedule, being as he lives out in Oconomowoc. So again, we're always trying to make sure we're staying as efficient as able. If push comes to shove, as you heard, they're not in immediate need. They don't need it swapped yet today. So that still does give us plenty of room in case we need to push or shove this into next week. What I love about Jobber, you see as we go down the line on the schedule, it highlights each location on the map. So that's a common sense way, just common sense metric of clearly identifying if we're being efficient in our route. So we see Brett's schedule, you see that identifying mark hardly even moves. His 3 jobs are practically right on top of each other. Again, that's the chef's kiss in terms of routing.
Jobber doesn't just help Camo Crew with getting the work done. It's also about helping getting new work through quoting, online booking, and AI tools.
Once I get to the office, I switch from data to operations. The schedule is the engine of the business. I want 4 trucks running full days. I'm looking ahead on next week's schedule, and it ain't looking great. Monday, I got 4 crews running. Tuesday, I got 5 jobs total. Basically, I have 1 truck running Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and not even a full truck on Friday. So it being a Thursday, that means that we gotta convert on the estimates we're doing today, gotta convert the estimates we're doing tomorrow, because we basically have a 2-day lead. So Friday we're full up, Monday we're pretty full, like 3/4 full, and Tuesday and the rest of the week looks like dog. As soon as all the assessments are done for the day, I go through, I click through each one of them, I look at the request, I see which ones got converted to a quote, and which ones got converted to a quote and then a job right away. And then from there I can start looking at the notes to figure out what's going on. When a request sits for way too long, you lose the job. Speed of execution always matters.
From the initial client intake, we start by collecting all the caller's information, and then we get right into the scope of work. So the initial client entry is right into our Jobber software. Now, in the event that all of our reps are tied up on an active call, we do have our AI at Receptionist set up as well, which fields any overflow calls that our reps are not able to field actively. And that has full booking, full quoting, full scheduling capabilities as well. It's huge over the weekends and after hours. If you're tied up, if you have things going on, knowing that you still have that coverage on the back end, and even if it isn't converted to a project on schedule, you're gonna have that follow-up task to keep you accountable to it.
A couple years ago, I was really apprehensive about turning on online booking. And turns out, customers are about 80% accurate on booking jobs online, which is great. It means that they can go online and book a job without any human interaction.
Andy's team works hard sorting the items they collect. Keeping items out of the landfill is cost-effective, good for the environment, and can help the community.
I'm not running jobs anymore. I still run assessments, about 10 to 12 every month. Jungle & Companies price jobs a different way. For us, it's all about capacity. Most companies do capacity-based pricing.
Getting there. We're getting there. So this truck here can hold up to about roughly 48 cubic yards, which in our terms is 3 trailers. Some of this material will go on the dump truck when that gets here, but some of it will also go on this box truck. Now, the difference between the two is the dump truck is meant for more of like MSW, municipal solid waste, obviously just a more professional way of saying trash. And then all of our recoverable items, all of our recyclables, donatables, all that kind of stuff will all go onto this box truck here.
I work for Habitat for Humanity Waukesha Restart, and we come to Camo Crew about twice a week to pick up stuff so they don't have to come to us or anywhere. We could get the pick of the litter and take what we can to resell for Waukesha.
Everything we do here at Camo Crew revolves around Jobber. Estimates are a huge piece of our business. We go into garages all the time. It might look like a half trailer. Until you put a tape measure on it and really measure it, you're not really sure. There's plenty of garages where I was like, probably half trailer, maybe 3/4. And by the time I actually measured it, it was up to 2 trailers of material. Without having SKUs and processes in place, we would lose money every day. The nice thing about Jobber is it stores all of our line items, all the pricing's there. So when we look at capacity, we put in the line item, put in the quantity, and the pricing comes out for us. The best way for us to convert more quotes into actual jobs is by follow-up. So whether that's text message, emails, phone calls, consistent contact with our customers is the key. Having your own client hub allows our customers to view their quote, approve it, and schedule the job right away. Utilizing Jobber in the field right on our phones and back at the office on the computers, we can go from request to quote to job to invoice and finally to payment, allowing us to scale to $1 million without having to add in all these additional operational processes or personnel. Most jobs range from small residential pickups to whole house cleanouts. When we're not managing our receivables, we run out of cash. The simplest way for us to collect payments as a junk removal on site is all through Jobber payments. By offering to take credit cards, whether on file or tap to pay, we never have to chase down customers. Using tap to pay has allowed us to scale
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that's all I've been talking about with our customers is that new tap to pay feature that's on there. Saves you some time.
And headaches.
Wow, and headache.
Utilizing tap to pay has allowed us to scale to over $1 million in business. It's all about convenience for the customer and for us. Piece of steel. Go get that real quick. Yeah, you just f***ed that up really good. Can we use that in B-roll? There we go. Now, it'll fit through the door nice and easy. And I guarantee you it was less work to do that than it was to sledge-o-matic it, as my dad would say. Oh, you guys killing me. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Do you have a full socket set? Or ratchet set? Every job is different. That's the challenge and that's the fun. We rolled up on that job site and the guys were wrapping up and I could tell they were at that last 20%, which normally takes about as long as the first 80%. They were struggling with staples, pulling the carpet, they didn't have the right tools. They were struggling taking apart a refrigerator or didn't do it right, they didn't have the right tools. They were struggling with the vise, taking it off the table, they didn't have the right tools. So very clear to me as a business owner that tools, the right tools, knowing how to use the tools, knowing when to use the tools is a great opportunity for training in a huge gap. So right now, this is typically out of character for me. I'm gonna run to the hardware store real quick, grab the right tools for the right job to make sure we're doing things safe and efficient. And again, that's the joy for me of junk removal. 10 years later, there's still things I'm learning. There's still areas in the business that I'm able to impact. Even with all the infrastructure, I still have perspective that I can share with the next generation.
Camo Crew takes professionalism very seriously, and you can see it through every aspect of the business.
Hey Mark, this is Brett with Camo Crew. Just calling to check on some of the items in the basement.
One of the things we do right off the bat, and I'm a military background guy, is bottom line up front. I let people know right off the bat, we have very high accountability in our organization. High performing teams want to be held accountable. As a business leader, I want to be held accountable. And because of that, I hold others accountable. And for people that don't want to be held accountable, this is not a good environment for them. My boundary is simple. I hold you accountable and I want you, not even expect, I want you to hold me accountable. Let me get 3 4-finger combos. Special treat today, we're getting fried food. We're getting some chicken tendies. I love chicken tendies. It's like the ultimate thing, and I avoid it for the most part. Today though, a little celebration, little shoot day. Also, it is 2 minutes from my warehouse, so I'm being very efficient and economical with my chicken tendies.
Marketing is essential in growing $1 million business. With the right systems, Andy's team can take care of that, making it possible for him to focus on the big picture.
Businesses fall apart at 2 different times. Either selling, they're unable to sell their product or service, and collecting payment. You sold it, you did the job, you incurred the expenses, and now you're not actually monitoring your cash flows, and that's what kills businesses. Instead of forcing marketing into a new territory, we go to where our customers already are. The top ways that we market our business are paid ads through Google, networking, and visibility seen our trucks. And the best one of all, referral from our existing customers. Reviews, campaigns, referral, website. Where the f do I go? I don't use anything. I know I'm doing something right in my business when I'm looking for stuff in Jobber and I'm not exactly sure where to click anymore, because that means somebody else on my team is already doing it better. I've delegated that responsibility. The nice thing about the heat map here is we can see in a given month where our customers are and where they're not based on the map. Then we can see how it changes over time. So I can look at last year, for example, or this year or last month and look to see how it's changed and whether it has or has not changed. So places we've done over $300,000 in revenue, those are the sweet spots. Those are the places we want to spend more of our time, energy, and money when it comes to marketing efforts. Our team is way better at sales and operations than I ever was.
Go the extra mile, leave a lasting impression, so that lady will probably be more likely to call us back in the future rather than someone else.
The simplest way to scale the junk removal company beyond an owner is having systems and processes in place so that the business runs when you're not there. And I'd argue over time, the business runs better when you're not there, when you have the best systems in place. As the visionary for the organization, it's my passion to catch this vision of where we're going and what we want to do when we get there.
Andy's role as visionary is to come up with 20 good ideas at any given time.
I have plenty of ideas, and let me tell you, they're all great.
And my job is to figure out which one or two of those ideas is something that actually makes sense. Systems are going to be goals every single day of the week. You have to create a way to do things the same way always. And that's something that I picked up quickly from Andy. And what we do well here and through Jobber is that we have a system of pricing, a system of estimating time, a system of assigning trucks or resources to job. So we don't have to worry about thinking about the expenses of a job. All we do is fit it into the box of our system and then assign vehicles and resources through Jobber, and we get the jobs done.
When we adopted Jobber in 2017, that's when we became a real business.
At the end of the day, Andy combines his passion, leadership, and the right tools, like Jobber, to grow his business.
If you want to get into junk removal, go bang out 100 jobs and see if you still have the passion for it. I've seen so many people that want to get into business. They're all excited. They get their branding, they get their truck, they get out there and start pounding the pavement and realize they really don't love cleaning houses out. You got to love what you do. So whether it's junk removal, landscaping, window washing, fall in love with the process, and then you can build $1 million business. Jobber allows me to run the business from anywhere. The goal isn't just money. It's about building something that runs without you. Why would I want to be at work when I know my company's working for me? That's the joy of being a business owner and not being owned by the business. Thanks for joining me today behind the scenes, looking at how I run $1 million junk removal business.